Moments of moving from there to here, between the stars and the moonlight's glare, capturing a glimpse of the light so rare, brightly shining our hearts declare. Radiant hearts, you shine so bright in the diamond moments of love and light. In the warmth of the love we show, the golden glimpse of our diamonds glow. Kindness that we find, our hearts desire, the love we share in the radiant fire.
It's supposed to say thank you for watching, my beautiful viewers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my beautiful viewers on E360. How are you feeling today? How are you feeling today? Ask me, ask me. Thank you for asking. I am over the moon. I've got my beautiful Diamond Beauty experts with me, and we are celebrating. We are celebrating womanhood. We are celebrating amazing, inspirational women in our Diamond Beauties Forever group. And all these amazing women is my experts. We are currently having almost 1,000 ladies in our group in 51 countries. And I am celebrating 45 ladies that is taking the inspiration a little bit further with service with love, as I call it. And I want to honor them today and say thank you, thank you, thank you. So I am truly excited. I am having all the ladies in our future, if I call it. I am in South Africa, and the ladies is in Australia and in New Zealand. I was hoping there will be more New Zealand ladies, but we don't know what happened, but maybe they will still come in. But let us start with the show. So my beautiful ladies, are you ready? Are you ready to be celebrated and loved upon by me? Because I am truly blessed that all of you are in my life, and I love each and every one of you. And thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking the inspiration and serving our amazing group with love. Without you, our group will not be spectacular as it is. A lot of women that have entered our group told me, Sanet, they never experience a welcome like the Diamond Beauties is welcoming us. They never experience a group of ladies that just want to serve and love each other in good times and not so good times. So I can just say, thank you from the bottom of my heart for being in my life and being an expert in the Diamond Beauties. So my beautiful Vida, we will start with you. Please introduce yourself and tell us where you're from.
Yeah, hi. I'm Vida, and I am based in Australia, in the Hunter Valley specifically. And I have been a working psychic medium and energy healer for over 20 years. And I now bring together all those tools, skills, and life experiences to support women in creating a life of purpose and reaching their full potential and basically getting back their zest for life. And that's brought me into the Diamond Beauties Forever group. So I'm very happy to be part of it here.
Wow. Thank you, my beautiful Vida. My beautiful Jackie, can you introduce yourself and tell us where you're from?
Hi, everybody. I'm Jackie. I'm in North Canterbury, New Zealand. I am a spiritual healer. I've been a spiritual healer for many years, but it was only more recently that I decided to step into the limelight and step out of the darkness. And that's what got me into Diamond Beauties, to be introduced by such a lovely lady, by Sanet, to welcome me into the community. So I'm here to be of service, to bring light and change back into everyone that needs it.
I love that. Thank you, my beautiful Jackie. And beautiful Susie, of most of the Diamond Beauties, I know you the longest. I know you more than 4 years already, and you are very special to me. So please introduce yourself and tell us where you're from.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Sanet. I'm Susie Dent. I'm from the Gold Coast in Queensland, Australia. I'm very blessed to have been with Sanet's group from the very beginning, and with Sanet before she even came up with the idea, or actually when you came up with the idea of Diamond Beauties. And I've watched this group grow and mature and gather women from all around the world to really celebrate in them. And it's just a wonderful group to be part of. I'm a presentation skills expert for this group. I have 40 years experience in film and television and advertising. I'm a hair and makeup artist and a motivational speaker. And I'll tell you a little bit about what I teach you later on.
Beautiful. Thank you, my beautiful Susie. My beautiful Jael. I just hear there's a back noise. Let me just see where that is coming from. My beautiful Jael, can you introduce yourself and tell us where you're from?
Well, I'm Jael Keys and I'm from Adelaide, Australia. So we've got 3 Australians on here today. That's lovely. And I met Sanet through Susie. Actually, I met Susie about 12 months ago now, and she put me in touch with this community. So unbeknownst to me, they had an online magazine and I was asked to contribute. And as a result of that, people seemed to like my writing. So I have 4 books behind me already. So I've been brought into this wonderful community to assist other people who have got stories that they, feel they would like to get out there and for people to engage with and be inspired by and learn from. And we each have a story, and built within that story are life events and experiences that people across our globe, I think, are looking for the wisdom that we draw from those stories. So I've been asked to be the writing strategist, as I've said, and I've come up with some courses to assist those that are not quite sure how to put their story together or where to start. So I'm looking forward to meeting a lot of women from around the globe and not only hearing their stories, but seeing them written up as well. So thank you very much for having me today.
Well, thank you, my beautiful Jael, and thank you so much for being here. So now I'm going to go over to Vida. So Vida, are you ready? I'm going to ask all of you the same question regarding belonging. So can you please tell us what belonging means for you, first of all? And then also the second part of the question, how does belonging fit into the Diamond Beauties Forever group?
Well, belonging, I think that's something I've sat with for a very long time for myself as well. It's like, where do you fit in and where do you belong? And I think it's something most of us, we look for it, we seek it out, we want to belong, we want to know we're accepted and we're loved and we fit in somewhere, but we've got a tribe. And if you're kicked out by your tribe, how are you going to survive if you're all on your own? And what I realized along the way with belonging is it's not so much about fitting in. Belonging actually comes back to you being comfortable with yourself first and belonging to yourself, being able to own yourself first. Because once you're comfortable with your skin, I think you realize that you don't actually have to fit in anywhere, and you can be loved and accepted exactly for where you are and who you are and how you are. The other side of that question is belonging in a group. For me, that's more of a representation of coming together with a group of people, in this case specifically women, who have a very similar vision, who have shared values, and who you can openly be yourself with, and who will love and accept you exactly as you are and allow you to do the same for them. So that you don't have to be, your difference can actually be what brings you together.
I love that. I put this on because you gave me goosebumps. Viewers, my beautiful viewers, if you don't know, if somebody gives me goosebumps, I put my heart glasses on. So thank you so much. That was beautiful. Thank you so much. My beautiful Jackie, can you tell us the same question? First of all, belonging for you and then for the group.
Certainly. So belonging for me has been, in reflection, quite a 49-year plus journey. And it's only been this year that I've really become comfortable with the fact that I don't need to fit in anyone else's box. I don't need to prove anything else to anyone else. I am who I am, all my quirks. So it is about coming home to me, coming home to my gifts, coming home to my self-love. And I'm still going through it. It's still a journey happening, but realizing that journey, it's bringing me more joy. It's bringing me more purpose. It's bringing me more excitement. And this is how I got into the community with Diamond Beauties, because community and belonging to me go hand in hand. To be part of a community that will see you through all of your stages, whether you're having a great day, a not so great day, vulnerable, we get to share, we get uplifted, we get to sit and watch if we want to, but we know, because you can feel it energetically, all the love that's coming, because we're all in there for one reason. We're in there because we want community. We're in there because we want to be of service. We're in there because we have so much love to share.
I love that. And did you see the glasses coming in when you were telling about belonging to yourself? I love that. Thank you so much. Coming into yourself. I think that was the words that you used. That was incredible. Thank you. My beautiful Susie, can you give us the same? Thank you so much.
Belonging. When I was young, I was raised by a mother who was a narcissist. And I never felt like I belonged in my family. I never fitted. I always felt like I was an outsider. There was like me and my brother and my parents, and I never fitted in with them. So I never belonged. So I really went through life not alone, but very much as an individual. It was an interesting experience, as anybody would know who's had narcissists in their lives, especially a mother, because you're not actually set up with the feminine role model of kind of how you're supposed to behave. And then I became a makeup artist, and I found my tribe, and I found the creative people, and I found this family. And I went to a special college that was the only one in Australia, and all of a sudden I belonged. And I walked in the door, it's like the smells were there, everything was there. This is where I belonged there. So I made lifelong friends. And I had other families, like their parents, adopt me. And I got to learn what it was like to have really close relationships with family, and the importance that blood is not necessarily family, and belonging somewhere is because it's the people that come into our lives and the people that we choose and who choose us. And as I've gone through life, I have met women who have taught me how to be me, and have introduced myself to me. And I've really blossomed as a woman as the years have gone on. I met Sanet in a spiritual group that we were first in. It was the first Facebook group I had ever belonged with, and the first community that I had ever experienced. And it was like a family. I got in touch with my spirituality again. I said to my ex-husband, I've got my God on again, which was so important. I had these women and really that were so supportive of who I was. I was going through a bad time with my ex-husband in not a supportive relationship, but online, there was my family. It became such a part of my life. And that's what the Diamond Beauties has become, especially Sanet. Sanet and I are almost like sisters. We have this beautiful bond and beautiful friendship. I'm going to get emotional now. And it's so important to me because I didn't have that growing up, to have these female role models and these women in my life that have taught me what love and support really mean, and what belonging really means has been huge for me just as a human being. And I have a lot of love to give, and I've also been taught that we can't do this life alone. We have to have a tribe of like-minded women around us, women that we trust, that we can tell our problems to if we need to. And as I was growing up, I didn't have that in my immediate family, but I learnt. And the family that I have now are the people that I chose to be my family. And I'm so blessed to be a wonderful friend of Sanet's and to be in this beautiful, beautiful place with the Diamond Beauties. And all of you who have joined recently will also find this beautiful connection and all this support and all this love. And you will belong from the very beginning that you start there. So I'm very, very grateful. Thank you so much.
Wow. Thank you, my beautiful Susie. And we just the way that we met, the way that we connected, everything was a miracle. And I'm so grateful that you are in my love, and everything that you do and how you inspire the world, inspire me to go more and do more. And I cannot wait. I am going to hug you with my own arms, and I'm going to kiss you here in December. So I am going to go in 9 days flight to New Zealand to see my grandchildren, my children and grandchildren. And then Susie is coming to visit me in New Zealand. Oh, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Thank you, my beautiful Susie. My beautiful JL, if I can come to you.
I can identify with each of the answers that have been given already, and beautiful answers. I identify strongly with Susie because Susie and I have talked in the past, and our backgrounds are very much the same. And belonging for me as a child growing up, as a child of abuse and a child in a very, very strict and controlling family, I didn't feel that I belonged either. But I morphed into what I thought I had to be in order to belong. So along the way, I lost myself, which resulted in an eating disorder from 15 to 24. And as you come out of that and you learn about why you went into that space in the first place, belonging was one of the strong areas that I needed to identify. First of all, I had to identify who I was, which lane, what is the essence of me, who am I really, and therefore which lane in life. You know, there's different lanes is what I talk about. And eventually, but you can only find your lane when you know who you are. And like Vida was saying, you know, when you find out who you are and you belong to yourself, you own yourself, then the clarity of where you belong in this world and how you belong becomes very, very clear. So, you know, when Susie said to me, look, there's this lady, Sanet, in South Africa is setting up this community, I thought, okay, I'll give it a shot. I'll have a coffee chat. And, you know, immediately you feel like, yes, you're going to join a group where a wide range of women across the globe have a vision, a shared vision of bringing kindness and unconditional love and all of those wonderful things that we talk about in our Facebook group. And I guess as a child of abuse, that is what you look for. You look for community, you look for belonging. And as Susie said, it's not necessarily a family, and it's certainly not mine because I had to walk away from all of them. So I needed to find that new sense of family. And the more I get to know Sanet and others within the group, the more that family comes walking through my door. So I'm very grateful to Susie for connecting with you. Very grateful to Sanet for knowing you, and I'm sure Vida and Jackie along the way, I'll be very grateful as well, particularly Vida, you're in the Hunter Valley, so, you know, you're in the same country at least. And Jackie, who knows, will fly across the seas one day, I don't know. But to me, I hope that answers your sense of belonging here today. Yeah.
It is so beautiful. I just want to say, my beautiful ones, I've got goosebumps and it didn't go away. It's still up all the way up till here. So thank you so much for that. So my beautiful Jay, I'm going to quickly just have a small break in between. What is, and I'm starting with you, what is your forever song?
My Immortal. Oh, gosh, I nearly forgot my effervescence.
And we had such an amazing dance, and I loved your song. Here's to you and your forever song. Thank you so much, my beautiful Susie. What is your forever song? But before you answer that, my beautiful viewers, what is your forever song? So my forever song is Walking on Sunshine. I am dancing to my forever song for 5 years and 4 months every morning because it brings me to my essence, my why I am still living, why I am still here. So that is why I call it the forever song. So my beautiful Susie, what is your forever song?
My forever song is the Happy Song by Pharrell Williams, because I'm happy. Because it always raises my happiness. It switches straight into my brain. I don't focus on anything else except my joy state and gratitude, which is why I really love the song.
Oh, wow. And this is to you and your forever song, my beautiful Susie. So, my beautiful Susie, I just need to make a confession because Pharrell Williams and Happy is the most popular. I have done 515 coffee chats in 2 years and 9 months. So when I ask you to have a coffee chat with me, I get your beautiful forever song. And then when we start after meeting, we dance with your forever song. But then your song goes into a playlist. At the moment, my playlist, your song will play every 3 weeks. I'm sure when I get to have more people's songs in there, the playlist will go because I can only dance for exercise like an hour a day for 6 days. So when the playlist will then move to 4 days, 4 weeks. But for your song, Happy, I need to actually stop dancing because I have to count 12 people. I will if the song starts happy and I will start to dance, and then when it gets to the clap your hands, that part, I stop, and then I started to call, and you are the first one I'm calling out. I will say Susie, and I call all the names out, and then I will say, my beautiful Lord, in my home language Afrikaans, please send all of the names I've just called some kisses and love from South Africa. So I do it with every forever song I dance to. I'm sending kisses and love from South Africa. But that one, my beautiful Susie, there's 12 people that has the same, one gentleman and 11 ladies that have the same song. So thank you for honoring me and remembering that song is so special. There is 12 amazing people around the world that love that song. Thank you, my beautiful Susie. So Jackie, what is your forever song?
Country Road by John Denver.
And can you remember what happened when we and you were doing your song? We sang the whole
We
song
sang.
because that is the song I know all the words.
Yeah. And it's a song I've liked since I was a kid because it just takes you home.
Oh, wow. I love it. Yes to you and your forever song, my beautiful Jackie. Thank you so much, my beautiful Vida. Thank you, Jackie. My beautiful Vida, what is your forever song?
Well, mine's a very different genre. I have The Mystic's Dream by Lorena McKennitt. And what draws me to that one is when you actually go and look up the meaning behind the song, it is actually about finding your way back to yourself and finding where you belong. And I find it so interesting that this is the topic we have today.
Wow, incredible. I never heard her or the song before. It was truly magical when to dance with that as well. And then also have it in my playlist. So yes to you, my beautiful Vida, are your forever song. So my beautiful ladies, next year, February 14th, I want to do something special in the group. It's going to be Valentine's Day, and I want us to have a full day of ladies that will bring in their forever song and play it in the group. But I wanted to do something special because I know there's going to be a lot of copyright problems, so I don't want to have any problems with the out there with a copyright, but I'm going to make a special on that day for you to come and perform a little bit of your forever song and then tell us a little bit about why you love this song. And I know my husband said to me, Sanet, please don't quit your day job and become a singer. But he's wrong. My voice is beautiful for me. So I'm going to tell everybody, don't worry if you are just know that your voice is going to be beautiful and you can do part of your song. And my song is I'm walking on sunshine, ho ho. I'm walking on sunshine, ho ho. And it's time to feel good, oh 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 oh. And I love my voice. I love my song. So I'm going to do something special next year with our Forever song, because all of your Forever songs is connecting to part of who your essence is. So thank you so much for that. So now we had the in-betweener. So now, ladies, we're going to start with the next part. So my beautiful Vida, I'm going to start with you. And when we had our coffee chat, you actually came and I said, please start posting in the Diamond, sorry, I'm just getting confused with my magazine as well. Please start posting in the Diamond Beauties Forever group. And I could see every time you post something, there's a lot of ladies that was moved by your post. I think the rawness of your post and the feelings that you put into that was so beautiful. And then I asked you to be my Mrs. Spots for Friday. So can you tell us a little bit about your Mrs. Spots? And then I'm going to quickly just tell the viewers what does Mrs. Spots mean, and then I will give it over to you. So my beautiful viewers, Mrs. Spots is from Beauty and the Beast. And in our group, with all the coffee chats I have done, I can actually say 95% of especially women felt lonely. Even ladies that were in a marriage felt I could never speak up their worries, because if they do speak up their worries to their families, the family will fall apart. And God gave me this vision of Mrs. Spots, that uh, animated teapot, and diamonds that was coming out of the teapot. And we started last year in August with 3 Mrs. Spots. Then we went up to 5 and 7. And now currently we have 15 Mrs. Spots from New Zealand all the way till Pacific Standard Time, California side. And 3 times 5. And I got another dream, Susie. I didn't even tell you I got another dream. You know me and my dreams. God gave me over the weekend 5 by 5, 25. And I asked him in my dream, what does that mean, God? What does it mean? And all of a sudden, Elvis Presley's song, Return to Sender, start playing. And I remember in my dream, I was like standing with my hands behind my back and I was like swinging like a child. I said, I know that song. That song is Mrs. Spots. Okay, my beautiful God. I know now I need to get 5 ladies 5 times a week for 2025. And I was jumping up and down. So I'm going to go and see if I can get 10 more ladies this 4 months, so that we can start with 20 ladies, 5 by 5, 25 ladies for the session. So I know it's a long story, my beautiful viewers, but I just wanted to bring Mrs. Spots into contents, because otherwise you will ask, what is Mrs. Spots, when Vida and Jackie is going to talk about it. So my beautiful Vida, first of all, tell us, how did you feel when you were asked to do a Mrs. Spots? And how do you conduct your Mrs. Spots? What day? And also the naming convention. All over to you.
So how did I feel? A little bit nervous, actually, because it also means stepping out there. But what I did bring with that as well is feeling privileged to be able to hold space and create a safe space for other women to come and to connect, to find a place where they can fit in or belong, find a place to call home, and see who they can connect with and form their own tribe with. My Mrs. Potts is on Fridays at 3 p.m. Sydney, Australian Eastern Standard Time, every Friday. And I run the Cup of Possibility sessions with the intention to help you recognize or just tap into the possibilities that life has to offer you, whether it's looking back at your life and hearing other people's stories and being able to then reflect back and go, oh, actually, those were the possibilities life gave me that I can now recognize were actually gifts, or this is what I have to look forward to. And it's a space where you can either just come to be and be still and just hear the stories, or you can contribute and share your own story, or you can create new possibilities for yourself.
That is so incredible. And just give us your time, your name again, please, my beautiful, and day of the week.
So I'm the Cup of Possibility for Mrs. Potts on Fridays at 3 p.m. Sydney, Australian Eastern Standard Time.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So my beautiful Diamond Beauties, so the ladies that are in Pacific Standard Time and Hawaii time, you can still join. And the ladies in Central Africa and Central Europe can also join, because it's 7 o'clock my morning here in South Africa when it's Vida's on a Friday, when it's Vida's session. Thank you so much, my beautiful Vida. So, Jackie, the same question for you. How did you feel when I asked you? And exactly the same. Thank you.
How did I feel? I felt gobsmacked. I was in a little bit of shock. I was like, okay. Okay. I fully just had this sense of trust in you, and I really didn't comprehend that I was going to step outside my comfort zone and I was going to be seen. I was like, okay, I'll just, yup. Cine ask, I shall do. So I have Mrs. Potts, which is called Heart to Soul, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. New Zealand Standard Time. And my sessions are really, it's about bringing whatever is out in your heart and taking it to your soul, so it can be fun. We've cried in my sessions, we've laughed in my sessions, we've nearly wet our pants in my sessions, because it's all about whatever it is that you need. And I'll meet you at where you're at. Anyone in the group will meet you at where you're at. So it really is a place of just feeling safe. And sometimes it's a place where we can just be kids again. You know, I know that we're all adults, but, you know, it's like half an hour of, I don't want to do my homework, I don't want to finish the dishes. We just get to have a little bit of fun. So Wednesday night, 7 p.m. New Zealand Standard Time, Heart to Soul for Mrs. Potts.
Wow. Thank you, my beautiful Jackie. And do you know the reason why I have asked you to be a Mrs. Potts? You've done these incredible videos that you have started to put onto the Diamond Beauties. And the ladies loved you. They gave you so many comments. And I asked God, can Jackie be a Mrs. Potts? Will she be able to hold that space and create that beautifulness, that funness she is creating in her videos? And I got the outstanding yes. And that's the reason why I asked you for a coffee chat and asked if you could be my Mrs. Potts. Thank you. Just before I go over to Susie, I want to do a shout out to Jackie's husband, Paddy. Paddy is a brilliant, talented musician. And Paddy is going to help me with his own composition on cello to play the background. And I just need to go quickly fetch my book. Just give me 1 second. He's going to play the background when I have already done reading my book, A Big Dream of Me Coming True. People told me I cannot read my own book because my accent is not accessible to a lot of people. They don't understand. They cannot hear what I'm saying. And that was part of my big dream, is to read my own book. So my book has been recorded with funness and happiness. And even when I say in the book, I'm playing my song, Walking on Sunshine. When I am doing the audio, I am singing the song. I was crying in my own book. I was laughing in my own book. But then I wanted to do something special. And Jackie's beautiful husband, Paddy, is doing the background music for me. And then Vida, you've introduced me to Christopher Blackwell. He is doing sounds in between. Between chapters, he's going to give us different sounds. How unique will my audio be? It's going to be one of a kind, one of a kind. So I just quickly want to do a shout out to Paddy and also to Christopher. Yes, to both of you. Mwah. And to Portia, my producer of my book. Here is to you, my girl. Mwah. I love you. I love you. My beautiful Susie, can you tell us how are you able to help any of the Diamond Beauties that really wants to make use of your services, because you've got incredible knowledge and you have an industry history that is, there is nobody that you are the only one that has got this history on it. But not only that, beautiful Susie is also part of my Soul Diamond Publishing. We're going to take the next phase we're going to do is a Soul of a Diamond, Tanzanite Euros. They're going to be on a project, and Susie will be able to help each and every person that is going to do a chapter, but also help them to come and tell their story on the TV show Soul of a Diamond, and make it more compelling and more dynamic. So I can truly not wait for us to start with that project as well. But Susie, all over to you. And I know, Susie, a lot of people say, but public speaking is the most scared or feared thing to do. So can you also help them a little bit with that as well? Thank you.
Thank you, Sanet. Yeah, so with my 40 years in television and advertising, I'm an international motivational speaker. I've spoken in media, on television, on live radio. I'm also a host on a TV show, a presenter on a show called TVSN. You know, when you're up in the middle of the night and you go shopping, I'm one of the women that's selling you stuff on that. I have a lot of experience to be able to teach you how to tell your story. When you get the opportunity to be on Sanet's show and tell your story, sorry about my dog.
Don't worry about him.
It's really important that you know how to, hang on, that you know how to tell your story. A lot of the times when we tell our story, it's like this big. And when you're live on camera, you need to get it this big. Sometimes you need to have your story in like 5 minutes or 3 minutes. I teach you how to really succinctly tell your story, how to actually reach people the way that you should, to do your story the most justice. And with any presentations that you do, I teach you confidence with presentation, how to get over the fears, how to get over the nerves, how to practice doing things to actually do that. I also teach you about lighting, where to place your lighting, where to place your camera, what to wear, how to do your hair and makeup. So I teach you visual presentation skills. And JL's sitting here with smiling because we've worked together, and she knows how I teach people how to put their story together. And as an expert writer, she also teaches people to put their stories together, but in a different way. So I do a presentation. Sometimes, people think that it's easy to be a public speaker, and it's actually not. It's not easy to do a live interview. Sometimes I've been on group things where people start to eat, and it's just like, there could be 500,000 people watching you right now, and you're having a snack. So whatever you're doing right now, nobody is interested in you because you don't actually understand what you're doing. So it's very important. I like to give people the best, like the leg up, if you like, to present things in the best way possible, to be really camera ready as far as how they speak, looking at camera, talking to people, not looking around. It's really important when you get an opportunity to speak to the world. It's really important that you know how to do it. Because sometimes, especially with live television, if you have a big story like I have had in my life that goes out to the world, you can get the opportunity to touch millions of people. And I've had that opportunity. I've reached over, I think it's over 50 million people now with my story. I continue to get interviewed around the world. I have to be ready with my story to do live, to go live at a moment's notice to talk to anyone around the world. And it's important to learn not to say ums and ahs, and to be really, really clear on what you want to say and the message you want to get across. So that's how I teach you guys. That's the expertise I bring in to both the Diamond Beauties and the Tanzanite Heroes, is to give you guys the best shot possible, to be your best you, and to present yourselves in the best light to reach the world with your story.
I love that. And may I ask, do you have a certain amount of exercise for a few minutes?
I encourage, before people are going to go on talking about singing, I'm also a singer. I sing in a duo. I'll be going live again, singing professionally again. I get people to go to karaoke. If you can get over your nerves at karaoke and stand in front of someone with a microphone and you feel that adrenaline hit you, which is the adrenaline of actually nerves, as well as full on adrenaline. Once you've done that, your self-confidence rises really high. I also get people to video themselves with their phone. So if they're camera shy, if you're cooking or doing something that you like, put the phone on in the kitchen, put the video on and start talking to the camera. So I'm making spaghetti bolognese at the moment. I'm just about to put the spaghetti in the boiling water, but I like to add a bit of oil and salt first. Here's me doing this. And you talk to the camera like you're actually talking to a person. The more times you do that, the more times you can actually look at yourself and go, oh, wow, I really shouldn't wear that. Or the lighting's not good. Or do I really sound like that? You learn how to slow down the way you talk. A lot of people, especially Australians, speak fast. If you have an international audience, Americans don't understand us. I was in America once, and this guy was like, he wasn't even American. He's like, didn't understand me. And I said, so shall I talk in an American accent? Is that much better for you? And he's like, yeah. And I thought, okay, I'll do that then. Sure, Fernando. Let's talk in an American accent. So you have to be really neutral with how you speak and aware of how you present yourself, aware of different countries that sometimes they can't understand you if your accent's too thick, aware of the pace that you're speaking at and the volume that you use. So if I want to tell you something that's really important, I'm going to lower my voice. I'm going to come a little bit closer to the camera and you're going to be wanting to lean in to hear what I have to say. I teach you things like that. It's very important rather than just, rattling on.
I love that. I love that. And my beautiful Susie, in the beginning, people also said to me they cannot understand me, and the Americans were quite rude. They were quite rude, and I remember getting private chats where they want to let me pay them. I need to pay them to help me to change my accent. So I was like totally shocked by this in the beginning. So I used to do this. I used to say, my beautiful Lord, please open anybody that you don't know me ears so that they can hear me, my accent. Because I'm not going to change my accent because then I will not be Sanet the way I am. But I did in the beginning started to talk slower, and then I get notification, please can you go more slower. And then I thought, oh my goodness, I cannot do this. I cannot do this. And since I made a decision, I'm going to be myself. I'm going to stay true to my accent and where I am from. I don't have that complaint anymore. So thank you, Susie.
And that's good. You have to be yourself. People have to learn to have their listening ears on.
Exactly.
And then if you have your listening ears on, you can hear any accent and you can listen to anybody and they'll all become clear and they'll all have clarity. So the secret is to learn to be a good listener.
I love it. I love it. You are amazing. Thank you, my beautiful Susie, my beautiful JL. Susie have introduced us. We had a coffee chat. And then I told you about the Diamond Moment magazine. So my beautiful viewers on E360, we have now giving out the Diamond Moment magazine for 14 times. We are actually busy with issue number 14 for October. But most of them, JL have given us or a poem and an article, and her articles were truly out of this world. And then I asked her, my beautiful JL, Is it possible that you can teach other people, especially women, but later on when the men is also being part of doing a project like Soul of a Diamond book project, can you help other people to write? And you have done an amazing online course, not only online, but you're going to tell us a little bit more about that. You have taken a few ladies through there to see if everything flows. The feedback you got was truly amazing. So, my beautiful JL, can you tell us about you being our writing strategist and your online course, please? Thank you.
Certainly, I would love to. But before I start to do that, I need to apologise to Susie, because Susie helped me with, how to be online. And she was my mentor, 6 months ago or so. And I'm sitting here in the dark, and she's probably thinking, JL, I taught you lighting. But what you don't know is that about 2 seconds before we went to air, I had technical difficulties with internet falling out, this happening and everything. And I went, I'm just going to have to be in the dark. At least I'm here. So sorry, Susie, I'm not a very good client. Now, in terms of what I do as a writing strategist, look, yes, I have developed some online courses because Sanet had asked me to do that. So my course, my introductory one, is called Transcribing Wisdom into Words. Yeah, I nearly forgot it myself, the how-to of writing. And that come about because I'm acknowledging as well that there are so many people across our globe that have really engaging, inspiring messages to share with people who are actually searching for them. And I guess I learnt from my own experience of someone saying, look, you need to write your story, Jael. I went, ugh. Anyway, I sat down to write the first book and I wrote it in a month. I went, well, that wasn't too hard. And then, but the feedback that I got was incredible. And I hope I can speak like this on this platform, because we all have gifts to bring each other and give each other in this community. And I think it's an honour to be able to say this is the gift that I can bring to this platform. So as a result of that, I wrote book number 2 and book number 3, found out that I was a really good poet. So number 3 is just all poems. And then I was encouraged to write what I call my piece de resistance, Messages in the Night That Shape the Soul. And this one I finished in January this year, and I absolutely adore that one. So once I began to get feedback for, how well it was presented and the flow of it and the depth and detail and how I use the English language to present a visual picture to readers that were engaging with it, I realised, look, I can probably put a course together to teachers as well. I'm an ex-secondary teacher also. So the know-how of how to structure something together is another element that I can bring into this domain. So I do offer a 4-week introductory course called Zoom Presentation 1. And if you go to my website, jlkeys.com.au, and scan across the top to writing courses and look down, I'm just about to change some of the wording in there. So if you read it now, it'll be different in about 2 or 3 weeks' time, so that it's actually more engaging. I'm still learning about how to do it in that platform or that arena. But it's a 4-week, 6 people in the room or more, depending on how many, but I find that 6 is a really good working group. An hour each week, at a certain time each week. And I start at the very beginning and I get people to look at their vision and their mission, and I get them to really fine-tune, right, you've got an idea, but let's really look at your idea. So, you've got this, and this. Okay, let's bring it right down, because we can't put everything into this one message. Let's do this one and then do the follow-up and then the follow-up, so that they can all connect together. So I really get people to fine-tune what is it I really want to say and how do I actually ensure that I say it with clarity. And then I start with an introduction. Okay, let's introduce the reader to your message. And we have particular format for doing that to make it really clear. Then we go on to what I call the body of work. This is writing articles, by the way, and we start with articles because they're smaller and easier in a way. And we connect back to this, so the whole thing is very connected. So we write our body paragraphs, which is our main discussion of the message we want to get across. and then we conclude it. And the conclusion is the smallest part of it all. And then within that Zoom group, we share each week, and you send it off and I edit it and I throw it back at you, and then we talk about it, the next week. So we come up with what I call a polished article. And that's the course that I'm offering at the moment. And given that it goes well, I have the second step ready, and then I have the book one ready, the book first, the book matter, front and back matter, and the interior and the manuscript, and how to put that, how to create themes, what do you want to say again, and how do we order this, and how do we keep that thread of connection going so it all makes sense. And then the fourth one, which is for the book, is the cover, the formatting, and all of those other added extras, so that by the time the people get to the end, they know everything about how to put a book together. I didn't have that. I was working in the dark, and it made the process long, and I almost gave up. So that's why I thought it was important to create that one. They're not on my website yet because I want to see how the first one goes, because I might need to fine-tune that as well, because I needed to in the pilot, and I greatly thank those women who did that for me, because they made me a better teacher in this area. So that's what I'm offering into this group, and I really want to hear and read a lot of beautiful stories and a lot of beautiful messages, because I know there's people out there looking for them. So in a nutshell, it wasn't. That's me.
Well, I love that. Thank you so much, my beautiful JL. And we need to tell that there can be women or men, beautiful humans. If you go through this course, JL will give a stamp of approval, and your article can be in the Diamond Moment magazine. So how incredible. So my beautiful JL, thank you for creating the course, and thank you so much.
I'll just say one more thing about the group one, but I've also morphed that group one into an online presentation where there's videos of me and there's a booklet to follow, so you can follow the process through there and do it privately on your own when it suits you. But I pop up, there's 4 videos, and I pop up and say, hi, this is how we do this one. This is how we do this one. So there is an opportunity to do it individually on your own if you like. I'm done now.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's all good because we've got 1 minute to go. So thank you so much, my beautiful JL. No, not to worry. So my beautiful viewers, can you see how amazing my Diamond Beauty Expert is? All of them are exquisite, and I'm truly honored to have them in my life. I love all of them, and I know they love me. So my beautiful Vida, my beautiful Jackie, my beautiful Susie in JL, thank you for coming through. Thank you for sharing your love, your service for love for service for others. Thank you for your love you shared upon me, and I love all of you. And our group, I know our group is going to grow like you will not believe. Give me 2 more years, and then we will be in 70 countries. And we will have 2 more years, we will have 3,000 members, ladies, in our group. So I know this is a God's group. When I asked God on my birthday, 20th of June 2021, can I have an amazing group of ladies to be there for each other in good times and not so good times, and to have wisdom keepers, our older generation, our young at heart generation, to give some wisdom to the younger generation. Maybe we can prevent them from going through stuff that we already went through and the lessons we have learned. So I am truly so excited to have a lot of wisdom keepers and inspirational women in the group. So my beautiful viewers, I hope that you have enjoyed our session. No dancing today. We're just going to wave goodbye. But first of all, I want to say, please look after yourself, smile often, and keep on dancing. Oops. Bye, everyone.